Mackie has finally done what no other microphone manufacturer has been able to do up to this point. And it's amazing. News from the booth! Hey villagers, welcome back to the VoiceOver Village. Wait, but the channel doesn't say VoiceOver Village. It says Creators Village. Yes! That is new, and we will talk about it, but not right now. This village idiot wants to talk about this microphone first, before I go into the details of why we changed everything. This is Mackie's new EM-99B. I don't know if there was an A. I don't think there was an A. 99B broadcast microphone that it's offering right now for about $150 just came out, and it comes with some lovely things, and it has one thing that it does better than anyone else. It gets the microphone close to your mouth hole.
That's what she said.
Seriously, though, Mackie has included a stand with their microphone that will allow you to have the microphone positioned where it is supposed to be when you're trying to record with a dynamic microphone. Most microphones you get these days, if they come with a stand, keep the microphone down on your desk over here, away from you, not close enough, not like this. Now, granted, this desktop is a little higher than the normal desktop. However, look at this. Ready? Watch this. If I needed to, I could have a shorter desk and it wouldn't be a problem. Thank you, Mackie. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Now, about the name of this microphone, I'm not a fan of the letters and numbers that are randomly placed in different orders. EMB90, I won't remember that. But if it had a cool name like the Canon or the Fuzzball or something, I would have remembered it better. I'll try to remember EM-99B. I have the over here so I can look over and go, what was that called again? Oh, right, the 99B. Let's talk about what comes with this microphone. Obviously, you get the microphone. And the microphone is a lot of metal. It's all metal construction. This thing is built like a little tank. Kind of like their other little microphone that I have, the EM-91C. Again, with the numbers and the letters, come on. Fantastic build quality. I have no doubts that if it fell off the table, or if I had to ship it somewhere, or if it was in my luggage, I wouldn't be worried about it at all. All metal, all metal. This knob is even metal. They do have this little, what's called a pistol grip for the extender for the stand, but metal. Now, the cable that comes with it, it's just an average quality cable. You do get this manual. Now, thank goodness they gave me this manual, because without the manual, I would have been really, really confused. Without that, I would have been lost, completely lost. Now, it does come with this foam. I'm not going to call it a windscreen because I think it's more aesthetic than anything else. Let me take this off and show you what it looks like without the cover. Oh, it's kind of hard to get off. It's on there pretty tight.
That's what she said.
Not again. This is not very attractive, though. The way that this microphone looks, it has this little, like, ridgy thing on the end. It looks weird. They did put their little logo on the side here, so if it's on camera, you can see the little logo. And on this side of that mic, over here, on this side of the mic, they have their little Mackie logo. And they knew it. They're like, this doesn't look good. We need something that makes it look more like a SM7B. Let's just be honest. All of the microphones these days that are dynamic broadcast microphones are just trying to look like the SM7B. They just are. Let's just let that go. Just put that out there. Every other microphone compares itself to the SM7B, and this one is no different. However, in order to look like that, you got to have the foam clown nose that goes on this, and it's not very thick. It's really quite thin. So I think it's really just for aesthetic purposes. Let's do a plosive test for this mic, because we're going to do it the plosives on. So this is how I always talk on my dynamic microphones. About 3 or 4 inches away from the mic at the most, pointed at my mouth, but I'm cross-talking the thing. I'm right across here. So pizza's perfect with pineapple on top. Now, if I talk right into it, pizza's perfect with pineapple on top. You're going to hear that. And then, so there's, this little diagram is it's a little bit wrong. It also has this one, just in case you have a friend and they need to know how to use the microphone too. let's put this back on and continue our plosive test. It's so tight. It's such a tight fit. There we go. Now it's back on. I think it does color the sound a little bit. It takes off a little bit of that high end, just a smidge. Anyway, pizza's perfect with pineapple on top. Put it back here. Pizza's perfect with pineapple on top. Actually, it kind of made a difference. Pizza's perfect with pineapple on top. You're still getting plosives, but it's not as severe, so maybe it's more than just decorational. Decorative. That's the word I'm looking for. Let's see what the off-axis rejection sounds like. Here I am talking right into the front of the microphone, and now I'm 90 degrees off to the side of the microphone, and now I'm in the back of the microphone, 90 degrees to this side of the microphone, and boom, I'm right in the front again. That's the off-axis rejection, and that's how it sounds. I've recently changed my office. You might notice that things have moved around a little bit. Tried to keep it minimal, but there's some important things that I made that make my life easier for when I'm recording videos like this. One of which is I bought some new lights. I have this giant light up here, and there's a couple of them, but they're the 60Ds, right? And so they have fan noise. They go in the back. Can you hear it? I'm just going to shut up so you can hear the room tone. Okay, I've just turned my humidifier on low. Let's see if you can hear the fan noise. If I'm eating the microphone, and I'm actually touching the microphone with my face, this is what it sounds like. Now, I've also lowered my volume, so that's just kind of a natural thing that happens when you get close to a mic. I'm going to back up. This is where I've been talking up till now. If I was a little bit farther away, which is about 2 fists away, this is what it sounds like. Back up a little bit farther. This is what it sounds like. I point it right at me. Right here I am, way back here, and that's about an arm's length away. That's as far as I can go. It's about an arm. I wouldn't imagine you would ever use a microphone like this farther away than this. Why? Microphones typically sound good when they're by themselves. You're like, oh yeah, that sounds pretty good, but you have to compare it against something else. And I'm going to put it against one of my favorites. This here, AT2040. That's right. This microphone has been my go-to dynamic mic ever since it released about a year ago, actually. I love this little microphone. It is great. I put a shock mount on it. It does suffer a little bit of handling noise. You can hear when I move it around and touch it. So I gave it a shock mount. So when it's on, especially on this Rode boom arm, it's pretty dang silent. However, you can hear this one does, I think, a better job. We'll find out in the edit. But these are what these two microphones sound like. This one is only $99, but if you get the shock mount, it's another like $30 or $40, I think. So it does get up there. And it doesn't come with this awesome stand or this green cable. Why green? I guess Mackie's colors are green. That's probably it. Both of these microphones are a cardioid pickup pattern. They both have about the same frequency response of, I think it's 50 to 15, 15 to 16, 50 to 16. Those are the specs. You can look those up online, so I'm not going to really talk much more about them. However, I wanted to give you a comparison between these two mics because it's kind of important to have a touch point, right? I've been using this one so much over the last year that it's just my go-to dynamic. We'll see. This one's pretty good. Now, the EM-99B, yes, that's it, will attach to a boom arm, no problem. This yoke, you just unscrew the bottom of this, and it screws right onto the bottom of that. It's no big deal. It's super easy. So that's not an issue at all. In fact, because it only has a single arm like this, it might even look better on camera. Who knows? But really, the important thing is how it sounds. Now, I can tell you that the 2040 is a hot mic. It's going to be a little bit louder in general. I'm recording these microphones on my Zoom F3 field recorder. It's 32-bit float, so I can go back and adjust everything and have it be gain balanced after the fact. So I'm hoping that works out really well. So the fact that this microphone is hotter than this microphone, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Another thing that I like about these two microphones, there are no buttons or switches or dials or anything to set. They're just plug in the mic, plug it into your interface, and start recording. To me, if I have switches and buttons, if I flick something, I don't remember that I did it, and if I have to set it back and I can accidentally record something with a low-cut filter on, I don't know. I just prefer to have the microphone be a microphone. That's kind of why I've been going to the 2040 so much this year. But the EM-99B, say it to yourself like that so you can remember the name of it, might change that. I might start using this guy. It's a little bit more expensive, but I don't know. We'll see how it does. I think it's time to edit. I'm going to go in and edit this video and listen back a whole bunch of times and come to my conclusions. Future me, what do you think? Well, crap. It looks like I have a new favorite dynamic microphone. This EM-99B, this microphone right here, I really like it. It has a lovely open high end. It's not thin, it's not tinny, it's not sibilant, but it's open and airy without losing any low end, especially when I put it against the 2040. The 2040 almost sounded dark or muffled, with my voice anyway. And I've always enjoyed the sound of the 2040, but when I put it up against this side by side, this one hands down. Now, I do have to correct myself. This is a cardioid pickup pattern, but the 2040 is a hypercardioid pickup pattern. So different use cases a little bit. This one gives me a little bit more freedom left to right. I can move around a little bit without it falling off. The 2040, if I'm looking to reduce room noise a little bit more, that might be more appropriate because the pickup pattern is more narrow. However, when I turned my humidifier on and I was listening for background noise, I really didn't hear much. It was pretty quiet. So all in all, this is a winner. This is a keeper. What do you think? Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and I hope it was helpful. Until next time.